Hi, everybody. Hi. So, um, I have some good news for you guys. I have some good news. I have some good news. I have some good news. I'm really excited. So in 33 days and a wake up, my grandkids will be here, and that is something I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, but until it was confirmed and everything was paid for, I didn't want to get too excited and put the horse before the cart. With that being said, everything's paid for, and yeah, I get to finally meet my granddaughter, Kalani. I've met my other grandkids. Kalani's been born since I started my move down south. So I did not get to meet her. Well, just before my move south. So anyway, with that being said, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. I have no idea. I have no expectations, one. But every bit of me is so excited to see my grandkids, to see my son. Just excited, period. I'm just happy I get to spend a whole week with them. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. So okay, over the weekend, I had a really good weekend, but I had something scheduled. I had a private with somebody that's in our community, and I just happened to notice she's in chat. So here you go. Shout out to Fogo Pogo. So over the weekend, I knew I had a scheduled appointment coming up, and y'all, I don't tell a lot of my business unless I want to share it with you guys, right? And it's usually the good stuff, right? We do the bad, but not too much of the bad, right? That's just life, right? Anyway, I had a procedure with Fogo Pogo over the weekend for sound healing, right? Reiki's never really been one that really worked on me, or maybe it didn't work on me because every part of my body was blocked and it was stopping it. Either way, let me tell you. So she started in the roots and she went all the way up over my head, all the way on both sides of me, through every chakra and every sound, every one of her forks. She opened it with bowls, she closed it with bowls. It was a whole ceremony. It was so beautiful. And let me tell you, within 30 minutes of the procedure, what I am now physically calling a procedure, my body released. And I mean, it released everything. If I had any toxins, I ain't got them in me no more. It was like my body was going through an exorcism, cleansing, a moral realignment, an opening, a sludge removal, blockage, blowout. I'm sick at both ends, but it felt good in a way. I listen. Is what it is. It is what TMI to the 10th power. Listen, we called her immediately. We're like, "Hey, this is happening. Is this supposed?" And she called people. Come to find out, it's actually a sign that it worked. I woke up this morning, you guys. I had a little bounce in my step. Look, I even put a little product in my hair and was looking forward to meta messages. I feel so much better. So, if you ever get the opportunity to want to have your chakras really, really cleansed and blown open, sound healing. Sound healing. Find you one that you trust. Now, I'm a little funny acting. I'm a little biased. I prefer Fogo Pogo, but it's not because I don't trust anyone else. It's just she was the one I was led to, and we just clicked, right? She gets me. She knows private parts of my body because she found them on her own, not because I told her. She found them. Her team was led to it. And guys, she worked me over this weekend. She worked me over in my chakras. She worked on my heart. She worked on my veins, my arteries. I go to the heart doctor tomorrow. I have a feeling there's going to be some bad news in there somewhere. And he's already gonna get good news from me because I quit smoking. So that was the number one thing he really wanted me to do, and I did that. So he also wanted me to stop eating fried foods. I had to take and stop eating fried foods by 90%, like completely. That means if it's a sweet, if it's a chip, if it's a chicken, 90%, no more fried foods. So I've gone to bake and broiled, and air fryer is going to become my new best friend. Watch, I'll figure it out. But listen, we have to do things to help us. Book, Brooke. I don't know. Book here. I don't know. Somebody's saying book, and I'm like, should I call for book? Oh, book. Anyway, you guys, so just keep standing with me, gems. Keep putting the power of our gem twin magic to the test, because the world is going to test us. The world is going to throw situations at us. But as long as we keep celebrating those wins, and trust me, this weekend was a win. I'm telling you, you guys, it may not sound like it, but it was a win. It was a win. My heart may be a Grinch heart. It may be enlarged 3 sizes, and it may be sitting in the wrong spot of my chest completely because I did a lot of damage. But we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. So just know that as spring approaches, we are in the grounds of fixing it. So welcome in, CS family. If you are part of the CS family, hello, welcome. Puff, puff, pass, motherfucker, puff, puff, pass. I don't know if Brother Thomas has opened the door, but yep, baked chips are so good. So like the sun chips, is there any other ones that I don't know about? So like you guys can put them in the comments. It doesn't really do any good to put them in the comments of the live. It really helps to put it in the comment of the actual Billy Dio video. So that I have it, because trying to find it in a live is impossible. Because y'all be chatting, y'all be blowing the chat up, and I love it, and I love it, and I love it. So anyway, how y'all? How was your weekend? Oh, we have a list. Holy crap! I've been talking that much. Lays are baked. Okay, okay, okay. Lays are good. I like Lays. I like Lays. All right, all right, all right, all right. Pen my message. Pen it. So anyway, cheers to all of them. Okay, so y'all, it's a lot going on right out there, right? There's a lot going on. So I spent over an hour this morning on the phone with my brother, and he has a way of kind of ringing me back in, and sometimes sounds a little harsher than some people would appreciate it, but my brain can get really stuck on shit, and you really got to reach me, and sometimes it's not always easy to reach me. um I mean, I think that goes for anybody, but some of us that have had traumatic brain injuries, it's a little harder. It's a little harder because that parts of our brain that should be there, that we're trying to reach, that isn't there anymore because it's exploded in my case, or something happened to it and it's gone in other cases. It's like normal. Like, didn't I used to do it? It used to be so easy, and then we kind of get stuck in that where we don't even realize we're stuck, right? So I was almost to a point where I was stuck on something, and my brother kind of helped me clear that up and ring it back in just a little bit. So um, in the reining in process, I got the very clear message this morning that Metatron sends his love to each and every one of all of us. But unfortunately, because everything is crazy out there, no matter how you look at it, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. So, tomorrow, Tuesday, I may do a pop on, just to kind of clear up some things that my team cleared up for me a little bit about, maybe some things that other people might be wondering about or questioning. So I've been realizing I had questions stewing and brewing that I didn't know. So I am not a political channel. I don't have political answers, but I do have some political questions that I don't always know how to ask, and I don't always know who to ask because there's so many people that are one way. They're not just an educator. They can't just give the educational base of it, both sides, all three sides, all four sides, no matter how many sides it is. They just educate you on the whole thing, regardless of their biased opinion. The whole thing. They educate me on the whole thing. So I think I have a couple of answers that I've been wondering and I've been talking about. So maybe tomorrow, if all goes well, we will talk about that. Okay. Um, with that being said, he gave me a very specific word for each and every one of the 10 that will be receiving a personal meta message. Always remember that even if you do not get a message and you're just one of the lurkers or the listeners and you take everything that resonates, if one of these little handwritten messages resonates with you and it's not your personal message, you take it anyway. Even if it's your personal message and it doesn't resonate, leave it right here. It'll resonate with somebody, and feel free to take some of someone else's or just leave it there. Come back. It may resonate in a day, a week, a month. Who knows? So, there is a good chance your little handwritten word or whatever that he picked will go completely with your um, spring message, or it won't. But what he said is that whatever is written on the paper is the only thing he wants of you personally for spring. Not summer, not fall, and not winter. Spring. And spring starts, I don't know, the 19th. So you have 9 days to get ready to live in that energy for the entire duration of spring. Okay, message has been delivered. Okay, let's go. All right, list number 1, we have Tiffany, Angie, Fogo, and Country. Ah, I don't want to mess these up. Okay. Nope, that's not all of it. I gotta get the rest of it. Okay, so your meta message. All right, Tiffany. Before we get into your, we don't even want to look at that, right? We're gonna look at that in a minute, but first, before we get into all of that, Metatron wants you to know that there is a sacred contract that is going to be reminding you of an oath that you took. Spring is the time that we figure out how to awaken everything back up. Persephone also will be making her rounds. She will be making her ascend back up and bringing all of us back to life, waking up all of the grasses and the trees and the flowers and the bush and the bee. She will be ready to pollinate everything. And if she can straddle both of her worlds, so can you. Tiffany, yours is about remembering what you're supposed to be straddling and how you're supposed to be doing it. It doesn't matter what it looks like to the outside person. All that it matters to is you. You are the only one that can help it. You are the only one that can guide it. You are the only one that it affects when it comes to that situation. No one else can tell you how to straddle it. Only you can. And no one else can probably figure out how you do it either, because you do it in a way that is remarkable to you and it works for you. It doesn't have to work for anyone else as long as it works for you. You are the intender and the deliverer of it. Metatron's word for you, oh, how fitting, alignment. Like I said, I don't know. I just have words written down. I have no idea if it's going to go with the rest of your message or not. But the witches say that change, monarch butterflies, creation, productivity is coming for you. as we approach spring and as you get ready to bring in spring, the ancestral lands within your roots want you to find the truest form of magic, and it will belong to the essence of who you are to become, not who you are right now. Who you are to become. Once you take that and realize it, they want you to take in a breath and realize that the rainbow that lives within you is your heart. It is what your dreams are, and how much of it comes true is how much you believe in your heart. So continue to believe in the rainbow that lives within your heart. Continue to show your rainbow, as in, i.e., show your heart. And remember that the astral lands is exactly what is going to happen for you come spring. So as you are pulling back into alignment, you are pulling back in the monarch butterfly as well. So it is all about transformation and about understanding that change brings good things. So alignment would fall in line with change. So for you, spring sounds very busy, but it also sounds very productive. So my little pollinator gem that you are, continue doing everything that you do so well, but now do it in alignment. And that's what I've got for you. What up, Chiefin? Hey, appreciate it. I be slacking, y'all. I be slacking. I be slacking. Y'all just curse at me. I mean, no, don't curse at me. You know, be like, God damn it, Hershey, where the fuck? You know, what the fuck? I be slacking. I be slacking. I'll be there. I'll come say hi, fam. I'll come say hi. Angie. Angie, you are a Angie. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so before we get over into what the witches and spring want and need of you, Metatron wants you to know that for you, spring is about understanding that the divine feminine in you needs you. You don't need any more of your masculine energy. I know. But if we don't do it, who's going to do it, right? No, it's still going to be done by you. It just has to be done through divine feminine energy. No longer can it be done through masculine energy. Before we get over there, realize this spring is about you getting an opportunity to do it differently, babe. To do it from a place that you've never done it before, probably. To do it from a place that isn't injured. To do it from a nurturing place that wants healing instead of chaos. The you that could have controlled it back then wanted chaos because it was mad and it was angry and it tasted revenge and it needed something, right? Something. Tit for tat. But the you now, the healed you now, that you needs an opportunity to do it in a nurturing way. The spring is your opportunity to do just that. Take full advantage of this opportunity and do everything from a feminine place of mind instead of a masculine state of mind. Your word from Metatron is self awareness, Angie. When you realize that you're doing it from a place of feminine instead of masculine, it will be gentler. It will be a nourishment that your body is going to have to figure out what to do with and how to do it and how also to receive it. So pay very close attention to the gentle, softer waves because those are just as relaxing as the ones that we use to release the knots. The knots are released. Now use gentler manipulation for your heart to go forward. And your self awareness, also remember to know that the salmon will always have to experience a little bit of discomfort because the salmon is the only one that can do what the salmon can do. No one else can do it. And if no other fish can do what the salmon can do, and we need the salmon to do what the salmon can only do, the salmon expects discomfort because their job isn't easy. A fisherman doesn't expect to not hit any waves. An essential worker doesn't expect not to hit an emergency. A mom doesn't expect that her toddler or tricyclist that's learning to take off their training wheels isn't going to fall down and scrape their knees. They prepare for it. They prepare for the discomfort so that they can lighten it just a little because we're prepared. We know what's coming. The nurturer in us already knows. It's just that masculine energy that wants to. Well, now it's time to be that soft nurturer that you needed a long time ago, too. Go ahead and create an altar. You're something that you need to be reminded of, and you can only find it within the altar within. And within that altar is also, they're going to need you to make some eggshells, right? So either you take the eggshell and you let it harden and you crush it down and you use it for something else, or you get a little dirt and you put a little seed or something inside the eggshell and you turn the eggshell into its own flowering pot itself and put a little piece of basil in there or put a little piece of thyme or a piece of rosemary or some kind of little seed in there that can just sit in the egg carton in your kitchen or something that you can do productively, that you can watch it. You don't have to throw it all away. It's still somewhat usable. The weaver can find a rediscovery, a retransition, and a reposition for everything. The spring, find a way to weave things better into your life by using things that are already there. Creating the altars to recall the memory, to remind yourself that the truth is held within the magic. Remembering that we don't have to conjure magic, that we are magic is magic within itself, all by itself. So continue to always remember what you're capable of. But while you're remembering that, remember that you have to recreate with everything that is within reach. So use the things around you. Make sure that what is around you is reusable in every way that you can reuse it and in a safe way. A weaver brings it all back to life. You can too. So this spring, it's going to be about self awareness and doing it with a nurturing place in your heart, not a masculine place. And that's what I've got for you. All right, Fogo Pogo and Country, and then we'll just switch to the list. We'll just switch list. Hi, Aaron. Hi, everybody coming in. What up, Diamond Girl? What up? What up? What up? What up? Lulu's here too. What up? Dodgy Dave. Interesting. I love your name. Dodgy Dave. Okie doke. So we did Tiffany, we did Andy. This is Fogo. So we got Fogo, Country, Dodgy, Dave, Janet, Josh, Lulu, Aaron, Diamond, Miss Terrell D. I know I was in your live. Did you fucking forget already? Listen, you must have been smoking the good shit if you forgot, because if I can fucking remember. No, I'm just talking shit. It's fucking Monday. We talk shit on Mondays around this. Anyway, y'all, all hail the queen. The queen is here. The queen is here. Her Majesty, the queen. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Afternoon. Wasn't it? All right. Something you've got plenty of, like more than enough, like a well abundance of it. I actually kind of like seeing this, Fogo Pogo. When I see this is just the overall energy. So the overall energy of all of this is corn, right? Corn is an abundance. Corn comes in a lot of different ways, right? When you think about how it started in ways of like grain and maize and just different ways. And I don't mean maze as in the maze you walk through. I think it's even spelled differently. But anyway, it wasn't what we have made it to become and what we have turned it into, right? So when we have corn showing up, that means plenty of it, right? So we can do plenty of things with it, right? There's an abundance of things we can do. But just because we have an abundance of it does not mean that when we surrender it to other people. If we are only surrendering to ourselves, then we know that anything that we give because they needed it more than we did. We needed to give it. That was our need. Our need was to give it, not to hoard it, not to have it just to have it, or to say, well, somebody down the road, I'm going to need this, and greed holds on to it. No, that wasn't why we had it to begin with. We had it because we were the ones that knew what to do with it in the first place. Knowing that is the reason the universe chose you to have it in abundance. So, whether it is that gorgeous brain of yours, it is talent in them blessed hands of yours, or it is the ability that you have to be an educator. When you have the ability to become an educator, you have this wild ability to take the whole world as your classroom. And when you take the entire world as your classroom, you don't look at one person as a pupil. You look at one person as someone that can be reached. And that one person can take what you give them in knowledge and they can teach it and give it to someone else. That educator in you is the surrendering force to yourself that you need, that supplies the entire universe. The universe is your partner in this. So the fact that you have it and you have it in abundance, you're the only one that knows what it is. Well, you and the universe, obviously, and those that get it from you. If they get it from you, then they know what it is. They may not be able to put it into words, but they know that you alone didn't do it because you work with the universe or God or Yeshua or whoever, whatever you may call it. You know that there are gifts and blessings in the hands of an educator that wants to give the gift away. So that is talent that is shared and sold or traded for wares is the mind that continues to educate those that seek the knowledge that you have. So surrender to yourself, keep learning, keep growing. Do not surrender to anyone else because you work with the universe. You have a partnership with the universe that doesn't make sense to anyone because I myself can't make sense of what happened to me over the weekend. But I can tell you what I feel today. I can tell you what I feel today. And I feel like something other than a human touched my body and freed me. That's all I got. I don't know how to put it into words. I don't. Sacred space is your handwritten Metatron word. It starts March 19th. Every one of these handwritten words start March 19th. March 19th, sacred spaces. Your sacred space is about knowing that you're not the puppet. There will be apologies that are brought to you, though, because people are going to realize that they took your kindness for weakness and they now see that you are not the puppet. You always were the one that was in control of you the entire time while they were over here realizing they were the puppets. They were the ones that was not in control of themselves and they were looking at you, laughing at you, thinking, oh, look at her, blah, 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 blah. He who laughs, laughs, right? You have the purest pursuit. You have the hound. And it's not just any dog. This isn't any loyal dog. This is the hound. This is the pursuit, the purest of the pursuit. Sacred spaces, the hound. Oh my God, what do they say? The pink moon and aromatherapy. So listen, y'all, listen. Okay, listen. If you go into aromatherapy on top of everything. Now, listen, y'all, if you have ever seen my fan that she made me, then you know She can create. She can sew. She can quilt. She can crochet. But if you start doing this, you might give Miss Tarot D a run for her money. And, well, I'm probably always going to side with the queen just because it's the queen, but I want some. Yeah, I want some. If you can do what you did to me just by sound in your hands in the universe, I want this too. I want super moon charged scent therapy healers. There is a fragrance that lives inside of you, and the essence of it is nourishing to the soul of the universe. The universe is asking for a deeper seeking you. So onto you, you go. Find it, and then give me some. I want some. And it's going to be charged by the pink supermoon. The pink supermoon is your tongue and your translator in your illuminated space within your thoughts that are needing to evolve into something more. Holy shit! I want some. I want some, Kaylee. Can I have some? I don't even know what the hell. I want some. I'm the very first customer. I mean, that's it. We're done today. I'm done. I gotta go check in with Kaylee. Y'all, I'll tell you later. Woo, baby, that's all I got to say. Miss Tarot D, I love you, though. But I'm still waiting on my Miss Tarot D order, y'all. It's coming. She told me as soon as spring got here, she was going to start mailing orders out, and I think she's going to start mailing them out soon, y'all. Wait till we unbox our Miss Tarot D order. I can't wait. You're so welcome, sweetheart. You're so welcome. Keep doing what you're doing, babe. I'm just your testimony. All I can tell you is that you removed years and decades of blocks I didn't know I had. And I walk a little differently today. I feel a whole lot lighter. And I feel like there's just a smile on my face because it was always meant to be there. And I owe it to you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Country. All right. What is your overall energy? Ooh, okay. Your overall energy is, your overall energy is the mountain. Well, so the mountain is a lot of things. It's holy, it's sacred, it's a challenge, it's an obstacle, it's also an illusion. Because if you're right up on top of it, it's unclimbable almost because of how big it is. But if you're far away from it, it's quite small. It's effortless. It doesn't even seem like an obstacle at all. Nor does it seem or look like a mountain. Right? What I can see when I see mountain for your overall energy is that you are someone that enjoys being exactly who you are. See, I used to call myself an enjoyable conundrum because I never wanted to be penned down. I didn't want anyone to know what I was doing or what I was up to. I didn't want to be transparent. I didn't want anyone to see Hershey coming. Well, I was also leading a life where I needed it to be that way, right? Well, I don't lead that life anymore. And I don't want to live that way anymore. I want you to see me coming. I want to be a steam locomotive engine. I want to be analog. I don't want to be digital. I'm just saying, I don't want to be digital. Why do I want to be digital? Because then I'm once again controlled by something that isn't me. I want to be organically the only one controlling me. I want to remember everything. If I hadn't touched the darkness, y'all, I wouldn't know what the good shit is. And if I wasn't scared to touch the light, literally, because I mean, my understanding is I couldn't touch the darkest of the dark. I thought I did. And then I ended up in prison and I found out that my darkest of dark, and it's pretty goddamn dark, didn't hold a candle to some of them others that I was in there with. Holy shit. And then I think about it. And I think about all the shit that I did go through. And I think about every dirty job I had to do and every trench I had to walk from. What I didn't realize is that I was walking my own mountain my whole life. I heard a song some years ago, and it's not even that old. It's called The Climb. And who it's out by and all of that, don't make no never mind. It's the words. Yeah, it's the way it's delivered makes a difference to me. I think it has to be an alto form because I'm an alto, and I think a soprano can give me a headache, and I think a bass tone. You know that song Tequila Makes a Close? Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, anyway. um, I think that we have to have all of those frequencies. That mountain carries those frequencies inside of it. A mountain is a heartbeat. A mountain has compassion on levels that we can't begin to because a mountain goes deep into the darkness and so high in the sky that some humans can't even touch the top of it because of how high it is. So therefore, only light can touch this mountain. So is that you? Are you that high up? Are you that big of a mighty mountain that only light can touch the top of you and only darkness can touch the bottom? Because if that's the case, then you're my kind of mountain. It takes those kind of mountains to create gems like me and gems like each and every one of you in this chat and watching right now, whether you are in this chat during the live or you are watching the replay. What I'm telling you is that pressure made you. Pressure that comes from the darkest and the deepest of time and space. Pressure that only comes from fire, water, air, and earth and metal friction making it. That mountain that you are, your overall energy of mountain is holy because you strive to climb to the top, but you are so comfortable in your roots that you allow them to continue to flourish. Because no matter what those roots touch, no matter what your caves stretch into, they will never be the sum of you. They will only be branches and pieces and directions of you that you have walked and stretched and gone. They will never be the height of you, nor will they be able to reach the height of you. If you continue to be this formidable mountain, this holiest, sacred of places, then your bottom will only grow from the bottom and push the top higher and higher. Your crown will become uncrownable. You won't even be able to reach your summit or the toppest part of you because of the compassion that grows from within you. So continue growing, continue with the compassion, continue understanding that reconciliation and the fire that ignites that passion inside of you is what pushes that mountain to grow. Your word is realignment. That word starts on March 19th and it doesn't stop until the last day of spring. So you might be pushed a lot. The wallaby, not just the kangaroo, but the wallaby. What is that about? Leadership. Realignment. So where you were thinking you were a kangaroo, weren't you? Is that how that goes, Miles? No, not the kangaroo. Realignment. My lovely, lovely human. You are the leader. You are the wallaby, not the kangaroo. You have two twin walks that are coming to you for spring. You have a dual nature inside of you, and that self-projection, that twinny within you that wants to protect you. I am my own twin as a Gemini, and I am a Gemini with horns because my Taurus new moon gives me horns, and I love it. But the twin in me, Cece is her name, and she is fierce and she is a protector and she is rude and she is belligerent and she is brutal. because she is a protector. She's not Hershey. She is not the one that is giving these messages. She's very biased. She's very one-sided because she saw so much ugly in this world, whether she encouraged it, delivered it, or lived through it. There's a lot she saw, and she doesn't believe that the light is the way to fix it. Knowing it is there, but holding it inside is the only way to keep it, in her opinion. Me, every one of those wounds is where I had a chance to release a little bit of light so that I could show you guys what I've been through. So understanding that your dual purpose is to be both the light and the dark, the protector and the one that needs to be protected. You do have a party coming, and it is going to be done in nothing other than my own rising, my own ascension rising Aries. Aries is your fire power that's coming in for spring. You are being called to step into the flame. You can no longer believe in your desires because it is your essential essence that is needed right now. So you may come to the tea party thinking that you are just the one that is invited, but the actual tea party is for you to step into your true leadership. Sounds like you're going to have an incredible spring. Keep us updated. That's what I've got for you, sweetie. Dodgy dive. Dodgy Dave. Dodgy Dave. Dodgy Dave. And we said, yeah. And we said. Mousy! Hi, baby! Oh, I love. Wait, where are you peeking from? Are you at work today? If anybody made a donation, just know it is going on. So right now, even though I still don't have my cards, and I'm hoping that they show up, it's supposed to be here today or tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 12th day. So tomorrow is also my doctor's appointment. So let's hope tomorrow goes really good in both ways, but I need my card to come now, but it's not here yet. So if you make a donation, I appreciate you. And it will go towards my doctor's appointment. But after tomorrow, any donations that come in, they are getting saved for when my grandkids come so that I don't really necessarily want to take them shopping, but I really want to do something with my grandkids. So and I want to be the one to do it because I've never got to do it. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to go do putt golf with them, or I'm going to do the ocean and all of that for sure. But I want to do something with them. And there's all kinds of stuff over there. There's I don't know if they're big enough for go-karts. And there is go-karts and all that over there on the island, but I don't think they're big enough for that. But I want to take them to the boardwalk, and I want to goof off with them, and I want to take them and have Dots ice cream and all this other kind of crazy stuff. So we will be having fun with that. My goodness, these are exploding, Dave. Damn, they're exploding. They literally just exploded. They've got a message. All right. So the overall energy of all of this is for you to see. So okay. Depending on where you are in this world, there's a lot of things that require a lot of control, and a lot of that falls back on us. So when we realize where control comes from, where it originated from, and where we apply it, they're all pretty wonderful things, but in the short version of all of this, what we realize as we call back our control, as we take our control back from everyone else that has had it, and we ourselves are the only one that is in control of us now and for the foreseeable future, because come spring, we have to make changes. The world is changing, so we must make changes as well. We cannot live in a world that is changing and still live by old ways. So therefore, we have to incorporate our ways that work into healthy new ways. And in order for you to do that, you already have everything that you need to do it. It doesn't require you to go out here and build a damn whatever, right? You don't need to build an ark. You don't need to build a bunker. You don't, well, I mean, you can if you want to, but do you need to? No. Greed doesn't need to do anything. Ego doesn't need to do anything. The magic is within you. All you need to do is conjure it, bring it forth. Everything inside of you is ready. You just need to conjure it. You need to call it. I'm not saying it in a bad way. We do it all the time when we speak intentions into the world. When we say positive affirmations, we are speaking, we are conjuring, we are spelling good things into the world. We are using magic for good. Magic is neither good nor bad. It is the issuer, it is the user, it is the receiver, it is the person that is giving. I am the reader, you are the querent, right? I didn't even know what that word was a few years ago. Didn't have a clue. I'm like, a what? A who? Uh-huh. I didn't know how to say it. I probably still ain't saying it right, but at least I'm closer than what I was 5 years ago. But it's with practice. Your overall energy is sorcerer. You are the sorcerer. You are the magician. You are the one in control, not the other way around. No one is in control of you. No one is holding a little trinket saying, do this. No one has a poppet saying, have a. No one is saying, I wish the. No one. No, 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 no. No, no. They can't. You're the one that's in control. You are the one that is learning how to get back to integrity. You are the one that is having the revelations. You are the one that is deciding that you are not going to repeat your own history come hell or high water. You are moving forward. Present is the only way, and the only way to be present is to stay present. I can't worry about tomorrow. Sure can't. All I can do is stay present, stay vigilant right now, because tomorrow is not promised, and is it not very clear. I don't even know what it looks like, nor do I care. I just want to be right here, right now. Yesterday's spilt milk got cleaned up because that shit was starting to stink, and I thought it was yesterday's milk, but I realized that was about 25 years of bullshit that was there. And I thought it was just yesterday's milk. Nope. All of the revelations have been made clear to you. You are seeing clearer than you probably have ever seen in your life. You just have to accept it for what it is. It is clear right now. So not only are you getting back to you, your own integrity, your revelation is to stay present. I can't do anything about tomorrow, today. I can't do anything about yesterday, today. That was then. And this is now. Now is all that actually matters. Nothing more. The only thing that actually matters when it comes to emotions is having hope that love will always be what leads you and everyone else. But unfortunately, not everybody leads with love. They want to put conditions on love. They want to put limitations on love. So therefore, for me, love lives in a shelf on a jar so I can keep my unconditional love safe, and I live on hope, because it's hope until unity. Unity requires love, and we don't got that. So we don't have unity when man is still going against man. Why is man competing with man? Because man hasn't had the revelations and understood that it's right now that matters, not tomorrow and not yesterday. So realizing who you are is your best and your strength. Cleansing, cleaning, spring cleaning is what it is. So starting on the 19th and for all of the spring duration, clean, 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 integrity. Get back to knowing what you have and what no one and no man can take from you, no matter what. They cannot take from you what is meant for you. It's in your heart. Unless they take your heart, they can't take it from you. Even if they take your heart and they put it into someone else, guess what? That someone else, they're going to have your integrity. They're going to have your heart. They're going to want the things that you want. They're going to love the things that you love because your heart loves what it loves. You are uniquely you because of that gorgeous, beautiful little thing inside your chest that doesn't know how to do hurtful things, doesn't know how to lead you the wrong way. It only knows how to love unconditionally. This thing up here, this gorgeous tool, this beautiful thing that makes all of the temple go, sometimes likes to say, I want to play a game today. And your heart says, well, okay, because I love me. And then my head leads me into the damn snake pit. Why? Because it looked fun. The fuck was I thinking? Should have bought a Chevy. I'm just talking shit. Listen, Dodgy Dave. I want you to understand that you are your own person. Okay? You are your own person. Cleansing is about knowing when and where to not surrender. Okay, so are you surrendering to the wrong thing? Because Possum is in the challenge position, and a possum is about surrendering. And if you're surrendering to anything other than yourself, stop. Stop right now. Stop right now, because guess what? Possums don't have diseases that we think they have. They don't even have a long lifespan. They're actually quite intelligent little things. And the rabies thing. Oh yeah, they don't carry rabies. They can't. They can't. They can't. I would think that would make them the cutest little pet ever now. I'm no longer scared of them because they can't carry the one thing that everybody told me, oh my God, they got this and that and blah, 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 blah. No. Your possum is in the challenge position because I think you're giving surrendering away to the wrong people that are not deserving of it, people that wouldn't surrender to you. I'm not kidding. We give these things away thinking that we're doing it to help us. No. All we're doing is showing people that we would rather give to them than to give to us. And we're teaching them that. So here's what we will do differently. Surrender only to yourself. You can soften in areas to other people and other needs and other situations. There's nothing wrong with softening your edges and liquefying them hard corners. We could all use a little softening here and there. But surrender? Only to myself. Only to me. I learned the hard way what it was like and what it looks like to surrender to man, because the ones that I gave my all to, my loyalty to, shit on me, stabbed me in more places. I didn't realize I could even be stabbed at. Like, I couldn't reach in the places they were reaching. Man, it hurt. They were set out to stick daggers and snake places on me I didn't know existed within my own back or my own head or my own body, because I never saw it coming, because I let all of my defenses down, because I surrendered to them. Well, they know everything about me. They wouldn't do that to me. I wouldn't do that to them. Bullshit. And I'm talking people that may have even brought me into this world. Yeah, parents. Real life parents doing that to a child. It happens. So listen, when we touch the darkness that we touch it so that we know good immediately. We are forced to touch forms of darkness so that we know the exact opposite the second it comes into our life. I leave love on a jar, safe, because my unconditional love that I have is unconditional. Well, it doesn't mean that I will accept anything. It just means that my love is unconditional. And until that is taken advantage of the right way and respected the right way and loved in return the right way, I flat refuse to give it to anybody. Nope. No. Hell no. No. Because I've tried. And the darkness showed me what I tried. I am not innocent in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I am not easy to care for. I am pretty difficult sometimes because I believe in discovery. And because I believe in discovery, that means that I am always optimistic. And there is usually somebody that says you can't be that optimistic, but yes, you can. Because every time I think that my glass is half empty, I just realize that the glass is too big. And my optimistic self goes and gets a smaller glass every time. Every time. So always be the astrologer that your body needs, because once you stop surrendering to people that don't deserve you in any shape, form, or fashion, you literally become the astrologer that your body needs, that your mind needs. You get to go into places and become things that you are going to discover on different levels. Shortbread is the sweetness of your craft that you need, and you need to indulge and celebrate within it. And you also need to bring in just a little bit of jasmine. There is some divinity that will work magic in your life, and it starts with jasmine and shortbread. So bring both of them in around springtime. In a lot of things, I have brought jasmine into my life. I recently started putting it in my rice. Now I am literally putting it in other things. So keep doing it. I don't know about shortbread, but I bet I can find something I like about it. It's what I've got for you, sweetheart. Mm, mhm, mhm. Yep, I do. I do. I do. I do. Okay. All right. So, shortbread cookies. Yeah. Yes, Janet, you are up. So, on our list, we have Janet, Josh, Lulu, Aaron, and Diamond. Whew. Everybody. And we said, I'll check, see if we got any donations. So I hope everybody is having a great day. All right, here we go. Okay, so the energy of it. Yep. So when we think about like, woo, so there's a couple of times that come into mind right off the top of my head when I think about it. But I think one of the best ones that I like to say is, so there's this time in my life that, so we used to do bridge jumping, right? I'm not kidding you. We used to bridge jump into water, right? So in the parts of Missouri that I grew up in, which is everything from pretty much Cahokia all the way to Kansas City. What I will tell you is that in Miller County, Missouri, it's this small little part of Missouri, and we happen to have one of our two family farms, right? One was outside of St. Louis, and the other one was just outside of Jeff City and the rural parts where you have like Nita and St. Thomas and all these other little towns, Iberia and St. Anthony and um what the fuck? I can't even think of the damn name. Oh, St. Elizabeth. Anyway, so but they're all very rural, small farmland. It's all small farmland. Or it's not small, it's just small towns because they count chickens and cows and horses, and I think they count dogs, cats, and tires, tractor tires. There's not a lot of population because there's a lot of farmers. With that being said, there's a lot of bridges and a lot of swinging bridges, like old fashioned on a rope swinging bridges. And some of those bridges are quite high in St. Elizabeth and Tuscumbia and the Miller County area of Missouri. And if you are in that area or if you've ever been to that area, you could probably tell a few stories yourself about bridge jumping. I say this because the consequences is, for one, don't get caught. No, I'm not kidding. Don't get caught. It's illegal to bridge jump. This is a bunch of teenagers not giving a shit. But the consequences also of the body that you don't feel until, oh, I don't know, when you stop bridge jumping and your body recoils, bungee jumping, that recoil, right? So, anyway, that is the funny way that I want to start your Feast of Plenty. Your Feast of Plenty is about the very absolute funnest of choices that you have ever made in your life, but then absolutely immediately realized there was a consequence to that epic choice. We need bees. And there's a bee, because a bee is going to populate, and a bee is going to move good things. And there's a beautiful crystal, and there's a gorgeous afflame, and there is a beautiful, gorgeous sphere. Everything, the crystal ball, everything says that it's ripe, it's plenty, it's perfect. And there's a consequence. Every choice has a consequence. Not all consequences hurt. Most of them. Most of them do. Most of them do. Most of them do. I am not perfect. And I have served a lot of time in prison, and I have served a lot of time in life where I am over the hill this year. And I don't care what nobody says. I am over the hill this year, and I'm only doing it once, and it is 50. And I want everything black, and I want it all to be over the hill. So if anybody is planning to party with me in May, everything is over the hill. Okay, anyway, with that being said, it's about the choices. It's the consequences that we live with. Some of those consequences I am still hoping they never rear their head, but they may. Most of them I've paid for already, but just know that every choice that you make come spring is going to be good, hopefully. Not all of them are going to be easy, obviously, but every single choice has a consequence. Some of them are payable over and over and over again. Some of them are no longer payable. So pay very, very close attention, because your overall energy is shaman energy. And it's all about understanding that when it's all said and done, a group of you is going to decide what happens. A group of you is going to make a decision to help keep things going, because you need friends. You need a family decision to be made. When it's time for a family decision to be made, it needs to be made as a family. When it needs to be made independently, it has to be made independently. But when it needs to be made as a group, this is the family and friends coming together. This is your circle making a decision that must be made. Okay? It's a decision that must be made. It is fruitful, possibly, but it also is one that could come with a consequence that will have to be paid. Make the choice wisely. There's a choice that you may not be able to evade or escape. But there are choices that I choose not to make anymore, because I'm not paying that consequence. And I have paid that consequence 100 times over. So I don't care what it looks like to you youngsters out there. Go ahead, bridge jump all you want to. You don't know them consequences on the other end of them choices that you're going to make. So when it comes time for these youngsters or these ill-advanced to keep making choices, they can't expect you to pay the consequence. So group think this and prove to them, show them some of the consequences you maybe have already paid that maybe they don't understand as a consequence, because maybe somebody else has paved the way a little too much for them. There's many ways for you to show them, shaman, whether you do it through pollinating them as the little bees that they are, and you continue to let them be busy little bees, or get you an afflame Tough love never hurt anybody. Just saying, you're the shaman here. You have to make a decision. Prosperity. Prosperity. Your word is prosperity. Does that go with anything I just said? I don't know. Metatron's word. Metatron's word. Your word is prosperity. Okay. Founder. Community and foundations. You are the founder of something. Prosperity founder. Okay. And Cicada, the rhythm, the natural rhythm. You are every 17 years, the rhythm, the natural rhythm. Excuse me. Founder, community. Ooh, a Fey wand. Do you have a Fey wand? Listen, I want a wand, but I don't think I'm destined to have a wand, y'all. I don't. I want one, but I don't think I'm destined. Okay, so a garden, a wand, community, prosperity, cicada. What am I looking at here? Okay. To be a community, it must be something greater than ever imagined. To be a community, it must be greater than something that was ever imagined. The power comes from the wand. I mean, anybody can make a wand. You can find a wand. You call to a wand, a staff, maybe. A staff could be a wand. But you, the founder, you're the only one that can see this. So there's something that you're seeing, maybe. There's something that you're recognizing. You're recognizing a pattern. You're recognizing something because you yourself have experienced this and you possibly have paid the consequence. And there's somebody else that doesn't understand it. They don't see it. Maybe they don't want to see it, but you do. And maybe it's a pattern that repeats itself. Oh, I don't know. Every 17 years? If it is whatever it is, as the matriarch, you might want to take your little wand and poof, be the fairy godmother and have them have some control, learn some control, because it does look like that they want to be a part of something, but they don't understand it's bigger than they can imagine. They can't say, well, I'm here, the party's here now. The party has been going on for many, many, many years. But there's some kind of repetition. There's some rhythmic pattern that keeps repeating, and it's a pattern that you can recognize. Yeah. Pollinators, the community, the founder, you, the cicada. Yeah. The group think this is about the family, the tight, the circle. Yeah, I think you might be the only one that can see this pattern. But I also think that somebody will listen to you. Somebody will listen to you that will start a chain reaction within your group, within your circle, that will be like, nope. See, like I remember back in the day, back in my family had this little statement that, and it goes something along the lines of, Nanny said, okay, Nanny was my grandmother. Her name was Margie Hickey. She lived in Jeff City, Missouri, and she owned the biggest cleaning business in Missouri. Uh, well, basically in Missouri, from St. Louis all the way to Kansas City. She owned Mighty Tidy Commercial Cleaning. And if you were any person in that area and you knew the name Mighty Tidy in the last 40 years in the Jefferson City area, then you knew that Margie Hickey, also known as Nanny, was everyone's nanny. She pulled up in every neighborhood, in every subdivision, and everybody ran to her car, Nanny, 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 because she never saw in her heart that she was old enough to be someone's grandma, even though she knew she was 5 times over, a whole bunch of times over. She didn't live that way. She lived very youthfully in her heart. And she could see consequences coming a mile away. So anyway, we used to have this thing that Nanny said. So if Nanny said, it was law. Ultimately, it was a joke, guys. It was a joke. But she was the matriarch on one side of my family. The other side had a matriarch, but that side, that was her. That was her. She was the matriarch at one point in time for her side of the family. And we all had t-shirts. That's what Nanny said. It was gold. That was a IOU that would be cashed by the President of the United States of America, because Nanny said. No, I'm just talking shit. But listen, I'm stretching it, but I'm just saying. She used to tell us all these stories of all these consequences. Maybe the matriarch needs to tell a couple stories. That's what I got for you. Josh. And again, thank you to anybody that has made a donation. Josh, you are repairing something. You are finding ways to forgive yourself, right? When we repair our own spine, we don't have to thank a chiropractor. We don't have to thank anybody but our damn self when we touch our back and say, ooh, it don't hurt no more. Ooh, I can bend this way. Ooh, it don't hurt no more. I can't say that. I'm still working on parts. But there's a bunch of me that I am fixing. There's a bunch of me that I am repairing. But you're leagues ahead of me because you are in the veil part of forgiveness. You are literally working on fixing and realigning your spine so that you realize just how strong your actual connection is. When we are those that have the connection that some of us have, we just get a little sidestepped and we get a little bit turned around. But once we realize, holy shit, I was turned around and now I am turned back around and I am back facing forward and I got both hands on the wheel. I am back now in control of my car and I am no longer just spinning recklessly out of control. And I just thought I was playing bumper cars. No, you were intentionally in an out of control slide. And now you're not. Now you are finding a way to say, you know what, spine? I'm sorry. You know what, hip? I'm sorry. You know what, nose? I'm sorry. You know what, cheek? I'm sorry. You know what, forehead? I'm sorry. You know what, elbow? I'm sorry. You literally have to lay down and you have to just start silently in your head and just say, brain, I'm sorry. Eyes, I'm sorry. Nose, I'm sorry. Cheeks, I'm sorry. Jaw, I'm sorry. Lips, teeth, chin, chest, nose, throat, décolleté, head to toe. Keep telling your body, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't believe in you. I'm sorry I did wrong by you. I'm sorry I treaded on myself. I'm sorry that I took so long to forgive myself. I'm sorry I didn't see me the way everyone else saw me. I kept pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing me because I knew everybody out there needed me, but I didn't know I needed me. I didn't see I needed me more than anybody else because if I don't give to me, I can't give to anyone. And if I don't love me more than everyone out there, I don't deserve to love anyone out there. And I don't deserve to feel anyone out there's love because I don't know how to appreciate that love. I don't know what that love looks like. I don't know what their love language is because I've cut love off and I don't understand. Not everyone has the same love language. There's like 5 different love languages or 10 or whatever, or however many there is. There's not one love language. There's many love languages. And if you aren't open to all of the different love languages, then that person that is showing you love in the only way they know how, and you're over there going, no, thank you. No, thanks. I appreciate it. No, thank you. How in the fuck do you think they feel? They feel like they're not shit. Well, there must be more or less of toilet paper on the bottom of your shoe. Well, their love isn't good enough. Absolutely, yes. The part that you realized is that you are now protecting you, your future, by letting go of what you no longer control. And that is everything that is already in place. It's already going to happen. See, we can't fix what's already happened. We have no control over what the universe has decided to unleash. We only have control of right now and us and our reaction. Sounds wonderful, right? Our reaction is us. I choose me. I don't choose you. You don't get to rent space in my head. I choose me. And in order to protect tomorrow, I have to stay here right now so that I can be there tomorrow. Because if I'm already in tomorrow and I'm not right here, guess what happens? I lose right now. I lose me right now because I'm too worried about what somebody's going to think of me tomorrow. It ain't even a guarantee that SOB or me going to be here tomorrow. But I'm worried about what they going to think about me tomorrow. Mac, don't. Continue to love on you. Continue to repair that veil. Continue to protect tomorrow by loving you today. Growth is your word from Metatron. He also says the alkalite, new projects and learning. I'm probably saying the words wrong. He also says, woo! I love this. Josh gonna be the Tasmanian devil. Woohoo! Choices and consequences. Everybody that judged you, go judge them. Go take your Tasmanian devil and just walk around. See how many people are actually terrified. They won't even want to walk on the same side of the street as you, walking with a Tasmanian devil, because they're scared that judgment is going to reflect. Their judgment will reflect, not yours, theirs. Sacred circle and seed the blessings, okay? Seeding the blessings is the whisper and the weave of the breath of the magic for those seen and unseen. You put the seed in the dirt, you can't see it anymore, right? Put a little water on it, and you hope that it pops out in search of light. It's exactly what it will happen if you do it right this spring, okay? Set your wheel, set your circle. It is the year of the circle. It is the wheel this year. This is the year of the wheel, the 10, the 1. So, your wheel, you're the magician within the wheel. You're the one making it go round and round and round. Seed your blessings. Seed your blessings. Doesn't matter if you can see them or not. Seed them anyway. Even if they don't pop up, even if they never, ever, ever seek the light, seed them anyway. Complete your circle. Complete your circle. 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 Your Sabbath circle. Your sacred circle. Complete it. Seed the blessing and walk your Tasmanian devil in the light of day, because only those that are repairing their own veil can see that their small change in healing them heals a lot more that they can't see. That's what I've got for you. Okay. All right. Lulu. All right. No. Oh, here it is. All right. Let's see. And reset. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lulu. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. 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 Okay. All right. Here we go. Lulu. Sometimes sometimes we feel like, we don't have any more to give, right? Sometimes we feel like we have literally reached the bottom of our barrel, but that's not you. That's not you at all. In fact, yours is running over. The exact opposite. It's not time to replenish at all, actually. So, there's a lot of things that we don't understand that's going on. We think we see it, but we don't, right? We think we know it, but we don't. We have assumptions, we have expectations, we have all of these things that we want, but we do not get what we want. We get what we need. With that being said, it's time. You have everything that you need right now to start giving it away. How that looks is between you and your universe, you and your sender, you and your giver, you and your believer, right? You and your system, you and how you choose. For me, I give it away by what I'm doing right now. I help as many people as I can, as freely as I can. There are moments and times where at some point we have to say, I do need a little bit of help, but for the most part, we do everything free of choice. Free for them to see that no matter what you say, some of us don't put a value on a dollar. Some of us put a price tag on humanity's itself. When we expect people to give out of the same conditions and expectations that we give, that doesn't make us look like we are putting too much pressure on people. That shows people that are looking at us, I know how much you can take because I took it. And if I can take it and I can change, you can too. If I can see it for what it is, so can you. If I can beat the odds, so can you. When we look at the stacked against us odds versus I'm going to get through this obstacle illusion, I'm going to get through this adrenaline junkie, madman, what is that agility run thing where people run through all these crazy obstacle courses just to win these value prizes, right? We go through those damn things just by putting our feet on the floor and going through our everyday life, and we don't have a purse at the end of it when we put our head on that pillow. We didn't win a purse. We just won a little bit of sleep and a break until we have to start the crazy ass shit over again. We won a break. That was all we won. We succeeded enough to where we can sleep in peace and purpose and we can rise so that we may do it again. It is time for you to give it all away. You have stockpiles of it. When you have stockpiles of it, it is time for you to release it. You have stood still and stockpiled long enough. You have been in hermit mode long enough. It is time for you to hear you. It is time for everyone to hear you. It is time for your thought to be expressed. It is time for your art to be seen. It is time for your passion to be felt. Without you giving it away, you stockpile it, you hold it in, and you are keeping it to yourself. You don't want to keep it from yourself. The ancestors say it is time. It is time for you to replenish your ancestral lands with your wisdom and your knowledge. You have an abundance of it. Your word is harmony. March 19th, harmony starts for you and it will carry you through all of spring. Persephone co-signs this by saying, Pilgrim, you have an opportunity to outgrow something this spring. that's no longer serving you. When you outgrow something, it doesn't mean that you're too big for your britches. It just means it's time for you to get repotted in a different, bigger pot. It's time for you to go from this small container and be put into something bigger. Period. You are outgrowing it. You are suffocating yourself, and because of it, you are not going to be anything more than what you are. Do not allow this to be anything more than what it is, because this sits on the other end of it. And what sits on the other end of it is greed. So, I guess basically what they're saying is if you don't release it, then you look very greedy. And you look like a miser, and you look like someone named Ebenezer. I don't think that. I think that you are a pilgrim and that you know it is time. You understand it because of your ancestors, because your ancestors taught you about the milk moon, and because they taught you about aquamarine. You know that it's within the crystalline waters, that it must all be shared, it must all be released. So even if you don't give it to any one individual, but you take it to the ocean, or you take it to the lakes, the rivers, and the streams, or you take it to a greenhouse, or you take it to your greenhouse or your garden, and you plant it, and the aroma fills the air, and everybody walking up and down the street can smell your beautiful smells, or they can hear your music, your sound that is playing, your like your megahertz, not like music, everyday music. No, this would be something harmonious, right? You know, a constant drum playing, a flute, a pan flute playing softly, soft piano playing, a flute, a pan, a jazz, something soft, something balancing, something not hurting or offensive to the ear, something calming, something relaxing. An ocean wave. They're so calming because the louder the ocean wave gets, the quieter we get. Because you want to hear the crashing. You can almost feel the sand, feeling the power of the wave. And you hear the sand screaming out, crackling under the power of the water. What it is it's amazing. When you don't hold it in and you give it all away, like you always do, you recognize that, yeah, I could be greedy. I could be everything because it's mine. I earned it. I worked for it. I built it. I created it. But what good is it if I don't share it? It didn't make it to be selfish. I made it to share it. So continue to share, you beautiful soul. That's what I've got for you. Your harmony is wonderful. Thank you. All right. Aaron. Oh. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Quite interesting. Okay. So there's these metaphors that my grandfather used to say, and I grew up with them, and I brought most of them. Oh, no, I haven't even touched the surface on most of them. But anyway, when I get into a good flow, it's like I can hear my grandfather saying them, and they just start kind of popping off. And a lot of my OG gems call them Hersheyisms. I don't remember where I heard that word for the first time, but when I first heard Hersheyisms, I think I was on Jane or Gerald's channel or Allie. I was on one of the older channels, and I'm like, what do they call them? And they're like, they call them Hersheyisms, and I'm like, holy shit, what? I'm like, I didn't make that shit up. And they know, they're like, we know they're just old ass metaphors that a lot of us haven't heard, right? And me being a Gen Xer, I grew up hearing all these stupid ass things because I was the last group that actually grew up in a village, right? Everything after us, the village kind of stopped. Although we tried to encase the village in our children, society itself was no longer a village, right? It had become well, it wasn't what it was, right? So we learn to understand these paths differently, right? So what I want you to understand is that yours starts and ends with so many different paths. It's like the best part of every journey is all the side paths, right? All the cute little quirky things about us are all of these little side stories that we tell. Yeah, we had one path along the way and we followed it and we skipped and we jumped and we double dutched and sometimes we did the boogalooga and sometimes we did the bus stop and sometimes we did the cupid shuffle or the electric slide and sometimes we were still. Sometimes we just two-stepped our way around. Sometimes we just walked at a gentle, soft pace because we were winded and we just wanted to cool off. So we walked softly, quietly. We wanted to hear what everything around us was saying because the wind itself has a story. The trees sing. The grass harmonizes and hums. And all of these other little creatures sing along in their own keys of all of it, right? We don't know that when we are first remembering what we set out this journey to do. And we forget it most of the times and along the way because something stubbed our toe or we found a damn speed bump along the way. And well, we just thought that was the end all to everything and everything was going to be what it was. And then we woke up and we found out that that was just the story of that day. And what we remembered is that we get a chance to, well, damn, do it all over again. And we can take everything we learned from our own history and change our future for the betterment or the worse. But we take our own history to forge our future. All of us have all of these paths, but not all of us get to enjoy them. Some of us see it as radical. And some of us just accept it for what it is, and some of us put the two together. You are one that puts them together. What you have brought together is radical and acceptance. And when you can bring radical acceptance together, that's like taking two constellations and saying, be friends, and they're mere enemies in the sky. They stare at each other all day and all night. They move in equal spaced steps because they don't want to step on the other's toes, because they don't want to interfere, but yet they don't want to back down. They can't show softness, they can't show weakness because one has to be radical and one has to be acceptance. They can't figure out a way to come together, but you do. You find a way on your past to bring them together, and you find a way to do it through organization and clarity. That means that everything in its place and a place for everything, point blank, period, and nothing in the damn middle. If it has a place, put it back each and every time, and each and every time you know exactly where to get it from, right or wrong. That is bringing radical and acceptance together. That is knowing that you are a procrastinator, knowing that you're lazy as shit, but you're still going to get up every damn time and put that pen back in the pen holder because that's why you got a pen holder, is so that you know where to go get a pen instead of using that pen and setting it on the table and then the coffee table and then it ends up on the floor and then the cushion and then somehow it ended up in your sock drawer and now all you've got is a cap. You don't even remember what you started talking about, do you? Because of the paths. The paths are always here to keep you grounded. You have but one path. And although many branches inside distractions are afoot, they are a part of every bit of it. You are going to find exactly how to bring everything together for you in your world. It may not work for Tom, Dick, and Harry and the cat down the road, but that's because it's not meant to. It's supposed to work for you and your path. So hold your path dear because it is your path and your path alone. Your word from Metatron that starts March 19th is fertility. Fertility doesn't always have to be in the way of actually physically birthing a child into this world. Although it is the one way that most people think of, there is a lot of ways to bring fertility into your life. I'm just thinking and saying, you'll figure it out. Difficult decisions and a lack of direction is definitely not who you are. Now, it's upside down. I had to read it upright so that I understood. See, many paths is your direction, not pathless. Pathless is someone that has no direction and they don't like or make difficult decisions. He who has many paths only makes the right decisions. Even in the hardest of them decisions, they're still only going to make the right choice because that's all that actually matters. It doesn't matter if I like it or I don't like it. It doesn't matter if it fucking fits today or I have to wait for 5 years. It's right. And the right choice must be made. And radical acceptance is doing right even in the hardest of times. Even when it's easier to choose the simple way or the not right way, the easy way, the sneaky way. To do it that way is to not do it the right way. To do it that way is to do it the hard way. You have Falcon because fertility and success in Falcon is what brings the Sabbath to you this year. The Sabbath for spring, Persephone's, all of it that is coming for you is coming through birthing of good things. It's coming in through the spring cleaning of it, the tidiness of it, the knowing that everything in its place and a place for everything, understanding that it comes with direction, decision, and choice. It is never easy to make the right choice. Never. It's never meant to be. Those of us that take the easy road were never meant to hold high-ranking, important jobs because we wouldn't have the right mind frame for that kind of power. For that kind of decision, take someone that can fight through the discipline, the disappointment of letting down someone's feelings versus letting down an entire decision that changes or probably destroys something. You have got to make sure that your decisions are healthy. And the only way to do it is to start cleaning up that is no longer serving you. So the 19th, start cleaning, start spring cleaning. Serving you stays. If it's serving you, it stays. So therefore, find a place for it and put it back every single time in its place. If it isn't serving you, then get rid of it. Somebody can use it. It can serve the right person. It's just already served you and you're just being stubborn, or it was never meant for you and you're just being selfish. Don't be either. Be fertility. Even if that means you are birthing it to that person, you're giving it to that person. You're making sure that it finds the right person. because it's meant to be created. It's meant to be crafted. It's meant to be here. That's what I've got for you. Hi, Jane. Hi. Michelle. Hello. Hello. Hi. And listen, y'all, have y'all ever seen Michelle? I'm telling you, don't go see her right now. Wait till you're having the worst day of your life. I'm not kidding you. Her smile, I'm telling you, her smile will make your whole world right. Then they say that sometimes a smile makes it okay. Some of us just have that smile. Michelle, Astrological Tarot, has that smile. We all have a smile. We all have a gorgeous, beautiful smile. But when Michelle Marie smiles, my whole world is okay. Okay. All right. Diamond. Oh, no. Wait. No. Who am I on? Who am I on? Diamond. All right. Well, I have to say, I think you're probably going to be my favorite read of the day. And I've read a lot of reads already just today. And today is only but this hour of the morning for me. Well, it might be afternoon. It's actually afternoon now. So it's in this hour of the afternoon that I realize you may be my favorite read of the day so far. And I say that because I am a root worker. What is a root worker? I am someone that works in faith and faith alone. Nothing more. Nothing more. I work in the dirtiest, darkest, dankest of trenches. Those dirty ass jobs. I work in trauma. Nobody wants to work there. I would much rather be in the astrological zone way up there in that mighty, gorgeous, beautiful sky, because there's something wonderful that calls to me. And I do mean on both sides of the sky, the Western and the Vedic. I mean, both of them assholes are like, hey, Hershey, hey, come play today. And I'm going, which one? I can't play with you both. Not today. Tomorrow, maybe. Because I don't know them enough. But I love them both enough to know that they both mean a lot to me. A lot. But I stay in my lane. My lane is root work. I love the disowned parts of me. I love the part of me that went to prison. I'm not kidding you. Not a lot of people love that part of me. Not a lot of people love the part of Hershey when Hershey says, I am the bad guy. That's me loving the disowned part of me, because I don't refer to that part of me a lot, because that part of me doesn't control me anymore. The part of me that controls me is the part of me that I have avoided my entire life. My heart. I avoided my heart because I watched me give my heart away to everybody, and they walked on it, they chewed it up, they dogged it, they played basketball with it, rugby. I even saw a few people tear it up and try to put it back together again. Like it was Humpty Dumpty or some crazy ass shit. And I let them try 100 times. And I kept thinking that the same person that broke it can mend it. The same place that it got ripped apart can put it back together again. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, I did that. I did that. And I kept pushing me farther and farther and farther and farther into me. I pushed me so far into me, I didn't know that I thought I had bumpers or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. But it literally took me figuring out how much of me I didn't know. That's what it took. It took me crawling into my roots and falling in love with a part of me that I had never met, because I never gave myself a chance to know that person, because I let everybody else love that person until they were done with that person. And then the person that they spit out, all the chewed up parts of me that was left, I didn't know that part of me, because I allowed me to become that chewed up piece of bubble gum that they were thrown away. And that's just reality. That's just me taking my own ownership of the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the disowned part of me that said, well, what have I allowed myself to do to me? When I found that part of me, I put a little X right there. And I crawled inside of me in root work, and I didn't stop until I loved even the ugliest part of me, and which is reality is probably my damn long ass second toe, but it's not even ugly. It's just ugly to me. I just think it looks funny because there's a long ass second toe standing up there. Hello, I got monkey toes. I can grab shit with my feet. I couldn't have told you that a year ago, 10 years ago. I couldn't have laughed about it a lifetime ago. I would have died in about 12 pairs of socks because it would have at least made my foot look the same. Instead of like a point, it's a temple down there. Walk to a beach, expose my feet. What? Huh? No. Listen, when we love us, no one, including us, can hurt us anymore. I don't want to disrespect me ever again in life, no matter what that looks like. So I will never disrespect you in any shape, form, or fashion because then that means I disrespected me in the exact same way. Even though it looks like I disrespected you, I actually did that all to me, to everyone else's eyes. You really felt it. And I felt like a big bad bully for 2 seconds when it was all said and done and over with. I'm the only one that paid for that, not you. For that second, it was you. But for the rest of my life, it was me. I paid consequences that I didn't understand for decades before I realized, holy shit, I actually, wait, that's not their fault. That was my fault. But that happened because of, and then it was because of, but it was that, and it was this, and it. So you mean to tell me that this happened to me because of this and this? But it all stemmed from me doing this and this. This was my karmic justice to what I did here and here and here and here. So when I started actually taking accountability and ownership, and I started creating my tarot little book that I do with my clients, my little trauma sheets, my little pull out trauma sheets that I hand drew all of and graphed them out in all these little easy kindergarten ass ways to understand them, because actually in real life, everything I learned in life right now, I learned before I ever started kindergarten, and it had everything to do with humanities and be nice. Be nice! Not mean. Be nice. Don't be greedy. Share and share alike. Even if you don't have enough for all, you don't give to any, no matter what, no matter who it is. Even if you like them more and you don't care about them down the street. If you can't give them all, you can't give none of them to any of them. It's what we remember that we find that we hold on to the most. So remember in your initiation as you continue to cross into spring, and as Persephone, hopefully, and her gorgeous self. She is my dark goddess. She is the goddess that I work with 365 days a year. Even when she is in the underworld, I still work with Persephone. I understand her. I need to know, and I needed to understand why she chose the darkness. And then I made my own choice to remember I will choose to touch the darkness so you don't have to. But I don't do it for you. I do it for me so that I know every good thing in my life is genuinely good, because I work in the worst of the worst and I deal with the heaviest of all of it, so that I always know immediately what good looks like, what love feels like, because I choose to be a root worker. And if you choose to be a root worker, it's us that work in the darkest of the dark. Well, guess what? The space is the dark of the dark. So all the way up there, the astrologers, they touch the darkness. Root workers touch the darkness. We know what good is. We know what love is instantly. For we are the true luminous warriors of the world. You are an luminous warrior of the world. This spring is a new beginning for you. And whether you are an astrologer in the darkest of the sky or a root worker in the trenches of the earth, in the darkest of the human psyche, like me, or like astrological tarot, wherever your darkness calls you to, you are there because you are the shepherd. You are the leader. You are the new beginning that your family needs. You are there to become the best version of you. You are a fly. It doesn't mean that you are the greatest of creatures. It means that you are the best at observation. You are a critical thinker for every stage of life, from the very beginning to the absolute very end. You observe every single wonderful morsel of it. So you are not just any fly. You are the blowfly. You are the one that must observe every stage of life, from the very beginning to the absolute very end of it. Spring rain and a peach moonstone is your best friend. So if you have peach moonstone, go grab it right now. But if not, by the Sabbath, by the 19th of this month, if you can, I am not selling you or upselling you. If you can get peach moonstone, you can go through Chloe's Crystals for a very reasonable price and find peach moonstone, because peach moonstone is your stone for spring and all of spring. It will be the reason that helps you understand your flow. No one else's, yours. Spring rain will also help you build a resistance and help you surrender to only yourself. Your umbrella only has to keep you dry. I'm just saying. You don't have to build or buy an umbrella for the entire world, because you can't carry the weight of that umbrella. Could you imagine trying to carry the umbrella that carries the weight of the world? No. Luminous warrior. Just you. That's what I got for you, babe. Hi, Rossi. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Hi. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It has been amazing hanging out with you guys. I cannot wait. I will see you probably tomorrow. And remember, know what good feels like by owning your own negativity. When you own your negativity, you can't help but know good and love instantly, because it's the exact opposite of everything that you disowned. I love you guys. Again, thank you so much to the two that I know of that made a donation. I am very grateful and I am very, very honored. I definitely needed the donation so much. I am flat broke and I still don't have my card. I still don't have access to my funds. So thank you. I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye, everybody.